guys, it's Brandon Miniman from PocketNow.com, and in this video we're going to show you TouchFLO 3D 2.5 build 1919. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you've probably seen TouchFLO 3D 2.5 before, but this new build brings some new functionality, including Twitter integration, better Facebook integration, and some new visual changes. We're likely to see this version of TouchFLO 3D on the HTC Leo, which is coming out soon, and it's likely to be the first Windows mobile device with a capacitive touchscreen display. Okay, so let's take a look, and let's start on the Home tab. New to Build 1919 is the ability to customize the background wallpaper by adding animated wallpaper or weather animated wallpaper. So if we go into Menu here and we go to Home Wallpaper, we can choose an animated wallpaper, which may be distracting to some, but it's probably a cool touch that many will appreciate. So if we wait a minute, you're going to see a little bit of animation in the background. There, those little circles are flying around on the screen. There's another option which is pretty cool that doesn't always work because, of course, this is an early build. It's the weather wallpaper. So if it's cloudy, you'll actually get clouds floating across the screen. If it's raining, you'll get water droplets. As you can see, it's not working right now. Now, you've also probably noticed that these icons along the bottom are now colorized. We saw this in a previous build, but now the larger icon that flashes on the screen when you slide your finger across, they are much bigger and they look much more bold and higher resolution than they did before. Of course, with this version of TouchFLO 3D, we get the HTC Hero-like clock with the weather integrated. We can flick our finger, we can add our favorite contacts or a bookmark or a link to a program, which is a really convenient way to sort of access the things that you use the most. Going over to contacts, we've seen this before. This is the new style of contacts for TouchFLO 3D. Before, you had to flick through that ugly carousel that really made it difficult to sort of select a contact, but now you get the grid view, which is great. Nothing's been changed in messaging. We see a change now in email, and let me show you that. So now you can actually read a lot of the email right on the screen, whereas before in TouchFLO 3D, you got that little envelope and you can only read 2 or 3 lines. This is a much more usable way to kind of look through your email. Over in the Internet tab, nothing really has changed. We can have thumbnails devoted to websites you look at on a regular basis. Can launch the browser from here, and also, of course, do a Google search up top. Now the calendar application is a little bit different, a little bit more refined, so we can go to the agenda view, which looks a little bit different than it did in previous versions of TouchFLO 3D. Of course, we can flick our finger to go down to October, back up to September. We can go to the year view through this screen. So some small refinements to the calendar application, not terribly different than what we've seen in previous versions of TouchFLO 3D. Stocks is pretty much the same. Of course, we can tap on a stock, get the chart. Pictures, there's a new feature here. So if we go to a picture and we tap on it and bring it up, we now have Facebook integration. So if we tap on this new icon here, we can upload it to Facebook, put it in an MMS, or email it. You have to set up the Facebook in the settings. I haven't done that yet. And of course, this is the new landscape view, and we've seen that before too. Okay, we've seen music, and that also is a new landscape view with cover flow and a very beautiful display of your music. Weather is the same. HTC Footprints, which comes from the HTC Touch Cruise, is now in this ROM. For those unfamiliar, Footprints lets you sort of keep track of where you go and assign geographical coordinates to pictures that you take of certain places, and you can tap on one of the pictures that you take. It'll do a little screen animation and turn over and show you, the place's phone number or where it's located, or maybe you recorded a voice note for it. A somewhat useful feature if you do a lot of traveling, or maybe you live in the city, you come across various restaurants, and that's included in this ROM. Wouldn't be surprised if HTC started including this in all their future versions of TouchFLO 3D. Now we have Twitter integration, and at first when we posted about this on PocketNow.com, we thought that perhaps it was a developer add-on. But as it looks now, looks like it's built in from HTC. It's actually an HTC-developed program, and it looks very similar to the Twitter program from the HTC Hero, again, bringing elements of Sense UI to Windows Mobile. So here we can kind of see the most recent tweets that have been occurring. If we tap on all tweets here, we're taken into a screen that kind of lets you drill down by your @replies, your direct messages, your favorite people, and back to all tweets. And there are some settings here which help you to kind of get a more granular level of control. So we can go to settings. We can determine how many tweets show up on the screen at one time. You can get to 250, which is a lot. You can specify how often the tweets should download. You can use TwitPic or you can use TwitGoo to upload your pictures, and I'll show you in a second that the photo integration is fantastic. Your URL shortener can be changed to a variety of services, and there are some other options here too. A very nice Twitter application, and it's very well integrated into TouchFLO 3D. Now let me show you what happens when you add a new tweet, when you want to tweet something new. It says, what are you doing? And now you have a nice button here that you can use to go into your photo gallery, or really quickly take a picture of something and have it automatically upload and have a TwitPic link associated to it. And we'll go out of that. So very nice job on the Twitter integration. We're really looking forward to that. And over to the right, we have settings, stuff that we've seen before. So overall, it looks like a lot of new and great changes coming to TouchFLO 3D. We can't wait to see this on the HTC Leo with a beautiful 4.3-inch display and hopefully future HTC devices as well. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for more on new versions of TouchFLO 3D and new builds of Windows Mobile 6.5, twitter.com/PocketNowTweets. That's it for now.